Move. Thanks, Desley. Seconded, Richard. All those in favour say aye. Aye. And against, carried. The next item is the statement of intent. Rebecca's staying right where she is, and Claire is coming up. So, Rebecca, you've had the finger pointed at you by Claire, so you're warmed up and ready to go. So, all yours.
Thanks, Andy. Kia ora koutou. This report is to approve the final statement of intent for Auckland Transport. We received the final SOI from AT on 31 July and have reviewed it alongside your shareholder feedback received from this committee in May. That reconciliation is attached at attachment B of this report. We believe that the final SOI addresses those comments well, and we're recommending that the SOI be approved today. The SOI is presented in two parts as requested. Part one outlining how Auckland Transport would continue to meet its statutory obligations, deliver essential activities and ensure an effective and high performing road network and PT services would continue to be delivered through this transition period. Part one also reflects the programs of work that will be transferring to Council as the Road Controlling Authority in October. Part two establishes the activities, objectives and performance measures for the new PT CCO. That part is PT focused and reflects the new legislative purpose of Auckland Transport and will form their new SOI post the transition period. Whilst we believe that the SOI addresses shareholder feedback well, and we recommend that the committee approve it today, there are some areas that will require further work in future years. One of those areas is PT patronage, which you've heard about from AT in detail today. Given this will be a key focus of Auckland Transport post-transition and noting the significant levels of investment that we've made in the PT network, we expect PT patronage growth in future financial years to better demonstrate the anticipated benefits of those investments with a renewed focus on growth across the network. A further review of targets for financial years 27, 28, 29 should be undertaken once the PT CCO is established to assess opportunities for a more ambitious target in that area. I will also call out that the Māori procurement spend target has dropped significantly for part two of the SOI, that's for the PT CCO. The primary reason for that is that the majority of Māori procurement opportunities have arisen from AT's capital program, which is shifting to Auckland Council as a result of transport transition. Auckland Transport, as the PTCCO, are targeting 0.5% for this financial year. That is much lower than the 3% they've had historically. This will still be a stretch for them given the change in operating model, but they are committing to grow that target to meet 3% by financial year 28-29. Auckland Transport, Hokura and Council Kaimahi have been engaging in discussions over the last few months so we could work through the reasons for this change and explore what additional commitments could be made from Auckland Transport to improve Māori outcomes. Auckland Transport and Matarai are working collaboratively to prepare Achieving Māori Outcomes plan, which will be presented to the PTCCO board once formed in October. Once that it's approved by the board, it will come back through this committee so you can have transparency over that, and the measures within that plan will be included in quarterly reporting. Whilst we appreciate and understand the sentiment from Hokura, we also appreciate the significant change for Auckland Transport. They will be inhibited in this space with PT services procurement being a relatively niche market. But we think that AT are committed to continuing to work with Council, Hokura and Mana Whenua partners to make improvements in this area. Claire and I are happy to take any questions. We've also got Stacey here if there are any questions better directed to Auckland Transport.
Thank you, Rebecca, and you'll see up there, so there's a B to this, which the Chair's rec, which has come about just through conversations the last day or so in regards to the Māori procurement. So questions, no questions? Oh, Toe, bring your computer.
All right, thank you, Toe. Look, this is just maybe I'm missing something here. The ferry patronage is held at $5 million across all 3 years, Later on in our agenda, 8.4, we describe new vessels, new contracts, new berthage upgrades. Why does none of that show up in the ferry target, particularly given that ferries are our most subsidised mode?
It's a good question, Councillor, and it's one of the reasons that we have indicated that we think the targets for the patronage need to be re-looked at, and that would happen through the SOI next year, through this process that we go through. We still have some questions about those patronage targets.
It just doesn't kind of go right, the logic. I just can't see the logic, sorry. Okay, well, look, yeah, I won't speak again, Chair, but I do have some concerns that we're making all this investment, it's highly subsidised, and yet you haven't increased the targets. I'm just not sure that that's right.
Okay, there are no further questions, so thank you, team. Appreciate the work. So we enter into a new sort of a new gig. So someone like to move? Oh, go on, Bo, and seconded Julie. Is there any discussion? None. We'll put it then. Those in favour say aye. Aye. And against? Carried. The next item is the